Hey everybody, Reagan with House's Barbecue. Been a minute since we did a video. So what we got here is a turkey. Every year I have probably 5 to 10 people ask me how to cook a turkey, Thanksgiving turkey, and how to smoke one. And so I'm honored that everybody keeps asking me that. So I decided we'd just make a video, and I'm glad to be helping everybody with that. So what we got here is a turkey, a 20-pound turkey. And what I'm using is Butcher's Barbecue. I'll just touch that. So we got Butcher's Barbecue Bird Booster for the injection. 1 scoop into 2 cups of water. And then we got Harry Sue's Slap Your Daddy Jailbird Chicken as the seasoning. So that's what we're going to use as the seasoning. So I've already got this mixed up over here. What I'm going to do mainly here is I'm going to inject the breast, because that's the part that's going to dry out the most. But I'm not going to try to penetrate the skin very much. I'm going to try to come in from underneath and the ends as much as possible. You know, I may have a couple little holes right here, but when I do, I'm going to go in the same hole and move around in there instead of poking multiple holes into the skin here. So I'm going to come in under here. And just move it around all over in there until it starts running out. This is kind of a buttery injection, which works great for turkey and chicken and whatnot. We just keep going all over in there. I think I got the front of that pretty good there. So now I'm going to poke 1 hole in, probably right about here, like this, and move around all over like that. You can see this thing swell up right here as I pull that trigger. Whenever you pull the needle out, put your finger over there for a little bit, give it a little massage. That way nothing leaks out. You know, some of it's going to leak out, but if you do it that way, it'll hold a lot of it in there. It kind of closes the hole up. Once it starts shooting out, you know you got enough in it. Give me some more here. Sorry about that. There we go. Look at that breast just swell up there. Oh yeah. All right. So that's about all I'm going to inject it. That's quite a bit in just a little breast there. Then I get this olive oil here. I haven't touched turkey with this one. So just put a little on here. Just rub that turkey down with a little bit of olive oil. We're going to use this as a binder. We're doing real good everywhere. It's also going to give it a nice dark color once that starts to cook on there. There we go. I'm going to turn this bird over. I'm going to season the other side first. There we go. Again, we're using the Harry Sue's Slap Your Daddy jailbird chicken seasoning. And this is really good. I use it on chicken all the time. You just generously apply this on there. Stop and shake it. Alright, so turn this bird back over. Just try to get a little bit of seasoning all over this turkey. This skin is going to crust up on us, and it's going to be a nice bark on the outside of it. I got a mess here, but it'll clean. There we go. About like so. So now we've got this twine here. Just gotta make a little slip knot here. So I'm going to put this around this leg here. You don't have to do this. I'm just doing this for whenever you, for display whenever you go to serve it. It's going to look pretty good. Make some more gloves over there. Gloves here. I didn't want to touch my all the twine with the whole gloves there. And now I can touch everything I want. I do see a bare spot on this piece of chicken over here with my new gloves, so, or turkey, sorry. So there we go. I'm going to take this. Just tie those things together. And again, you don't have to do this. It's just going to make it look good whenever you go to present it to everybody. Just like that. So we're going to let this rest in the refrigerator. I did make a mess. We're going to let this rest in the refrigerator overnight, and I'll put this on about 5 o'clock in the morning. We plan on cooking or eating about 1 tomorrow. So we'll come back to you in the morning whenever I put this on the smoker. Okay, well, it's about 5 a.m. I'm going to get this bird put on the smoker. I'm using my Deep South gravity-fed smoker for the turkey, and I'm also going to have the ham on there. It's in a separate video. So I've got this thing cranked up to about 350 degrees for the initial first hour. I want the skin to crisp up and you know, kind of tighten up a little bit, and then we're going to drop it back down to about 250, 275, somewhere in there, probably 250. But So I just wanted to show the smoker what I'm using. I'm using the Fireboard controller, so just set it with your phone and walk away. So I'm gonna get this bird put on there and come back to you. Okay, so I got this bird on here. Took a second to get the probe and everything in. What I'm gonna do, I've got a pan underneath it. I'm gonna pour a glass of water in there. Keep a little moisture underneath it. That way the indirect heat, you know, because it's coming out of that deal down there. So with the heat coming directly underneath it, that water will stop the heat from burning too much on the bottom of it and keep a little moisture in it as well. So we got that put in there. It's right at 5 a.m. We're running about 350 degrees for probably the first initial hour. I want that skin to tighten up a little bit, you know, kind of form around the breast and the legs over there, back there and the back. So we're gonna watch it for a little bit and come back to it and check our color in a little bit, and I'll show you what I do if it starts getting a little bit too much color on it. I'm gonna load one piece of wood in here. And that's gonna give me a nice little smoke flavor. I don't want to overdo it because on a long cook, you know, turkey, it's going to take quite a long time, so I don't want to overdo the smoke. So it's just one little piece at the initial part of it. It's already cooking with the hardwood charcoal, lump charcoal, in the gravity fed deal here. So you fill it up into there, and it goes down the chute here into the fire, and as it burns, gravity pulls the charcoal down on top of the fire, and then that little blower motor over there forces the air into the smoke chamber. So, all right, we'll come back to you here in a little bit. So the ham's not on, it's just a probe in there. The turkey's at 106 degrees. It's been on for about an hour and a half. I dropped the temperature down to 250, and here's what it's looking like after about an hour and a half. You can see right here, that's where I poked the skin whenever I was injecting it. So it's got some juices coming out of there and kind of messing up the color a little bit, but it's getting a pretty good color on it. Only an hour and a half. And I also forgot to mention, I started this bird before I started the video, but right here, I cut that piece of skin out. And behind that skin, there's a bag of giblets in the neck and everything. You want to pull that out before you cook your bird. So it's looking pretty good. And also, don't open your smoker like I'm doing, because the more you open it, the longer it's going to take to cook, and you lose a lot of heat that way. I'm doing it for video purposes. So anyways, it's looking pretty good. Hour and a half in, I dropped the temperature back down to 250, and we're going to let it ride out. I'm going to get my ham ready. So I'm going to make the glaze for the turkey here. I got half a cup of butter and just some honey, probably a quarter cup of honey, and I put some just a hint of garlic in there, garlic powder. And now I'm going to put that in the microwave, heat it up, and let it melt together, and we'll go out there and glaze that turkey. So I got my glaze here. I'm just going to set it here, try to do this with one hand. Now I'm going to glaze this turkey, but you see I'm not going to brush it so I don't get my seasoning knocked off of there. Just kind of go all over it, get the glaze to run down the turkey. But you don't want to brush it because you're going to lose all your seasoning. So, looking pretty good here. Down both sides, all the way around. Get those drumsticks good. These wings. I'm going to do this probably every 30 45 minutes from now on. Turkey's cooking pretty quick too, so I turn the temperature down to 225 to a low and slow smoke. So this will help bring it that nice golden brown color. Looking good, really. Pretty happy with it already. Okay, well, we'll come back here in a little bit. Look at that thing. So this turkey's looking pretty good, but at the top up here, it's starting to get a little dark. I don't want it to turn black. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a piece of foil and just put over the top of it just to keep the color the way I want it. I mean, you could take it off at this point and actually put it in your oven and cook it the rest of the way since you got all the smoke you want on there. So we're just going to go like that. Keep it from getting any darker. That way you got that nice golden colored turkey. So that's what you do to keep it from turning black. Looking pretty good though. I wanted to show you guys this. If you've ever been considering buying the fireboard or whatnot, the controller to control the smoker. I don't know why it's so blurry, but this is it. This is my smoke chamber. I got it set at 275. I just changed it, so it's going up still. And you can see my ham temperature and then turkey. So you control the smoker with your phone. So if you want to change the temperature, you go to this and then drive. And then you can hit set point. And then you can change the temperature. I'm not going to change it because that's where I want it. I had to raise the temperature a little bit just because we're running out of time. As you can see, it's 11:24 and I wanted it done by noon. So you can do that on your stuff too. If you start running out of time, just crank the heat up a little bit. We're going to go back to the dashboard and you can see my turkey is at 150. I'm going to pull it at 165. You could do, if you run out of time, and you're cranking it at 275 anyways, you can actually pull it at 160. And the carryover after it'll keep cooking after you pull it off the smoker. So, and then the ham, I'm going to pull that one at 155. It's coming up pretty quick though, so we should be good to go. But now I wanted to show you how you control the smoker from inside the house. You don't have to sit there and babysit it like I used to with my stick burner, which it's a gravity fed, so you use lump charcoal, but that's what it looks like. It works pretty good. I highly recommend it. All right, we are 165 degrees. I'm not going to do the carryover. That's what it looks like, all nice and done. I don't think I'm going to be able to get a video of me carving it, but I can get some pictures of it after it's carved. I've got people here now, so you guys don't want to listen to them while I carve it, I'm sure. So I'll get some pictures after it's carved. Looks pretty good though.